up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7 here with another cool RC product for you guys. This time it is the DHK Hobby Optimus XL. It's an awesome 1/8 scale buggy. Yes, it is brushless. Yes, it is 100 amp ESC. And yes, it has a lot of cool shiny stuff on it too. Now I got this from Gearbest. I'll leave the link down in the description below for you guys to check it out. I really like the DHK Zombie I, and if you guys would have seen that video and kind of review, that is kind of one of my best RC cars at the moment. And yes, the Optimus XL isn't actually new like in the last couple of years. It's been around for a while. I originally saw some videos a while back with a 80 amp ESC, so it must have been revamped or something like that, because it has a 100 amp ESC now, and maybe the actual brushless motor is different kV as well. Now in this video, like always, I will give it a good unbox and detailed overview of what you get in the kit and a closer look at the car as well. So don't be worried if you don't see a bashing video in this particular one, because there will be coming up in the near future. And if you haven't, please subscribe. It always helps. But that's enough of that. Let's go see what you get inside. Now a quick run around the box before we crack her open and see her in the flesh. Here is the Optimus XL 1/8 scale 4x4 RTR buggy from DHK Hobby. Quick look at this side of the box. There's a nice picture of the actual buggy. Gives us some specs here. 493 millimeters long, 307 mil wide, 171 millimeters high. It weighs 3 kilos, comes with a 100 amp brushless waterproof ESC with a 2030 kV motor, comes with two 7.4 volt LiPo batteries, 9 kilo steering servo, and obviously a 2.4 gigahertz pistol grip controller. It does come in various configurations. I got the 3200 milliamp 7.4 volt 2-cell LiPos ×2, and also this 2.4 gigahertz controller. Here we see some of the features. So it includes aluminium shock tower with aluminium oil-filled threaded shocks, which is excellent. It's got upper aluminium brace as well, and it's got large 17mm hex mounts, so that's excellent to see, so you can swap out the tyres and wheels. And the other side of the box, it's got some more information. Yes, it is 4-drive, and there we go. That's 100 amp ESC with the 2030 kV motor. It's got a 9 kilo servo and obviously the controller. But that's it. Let's get inside. Now before we get onto the main event, let's have a look at the accessories. Here we have the controller. Like the DHK Zombie, it is exactly the same. Steering dual rates, throttle dual rates, steering trim, throttle trim, reverse switches, on-off switch. Got a power indicator here, a low battery warning, a full battery warning. And yeah, it feels okay. It's got like a rubber texture on the little steering wheel here. Not too bad. It might look a bit weird, but it does grow on you. But the main thing is it is very comfortable, and also only requires 4 AA batteries. Now comes with this V3 balance charger. Simple charger. Don't expect quick charge times on this, but you can charge up to 3-cell and 2-cell LiPos with the balance leads. Here you have your rear wing, nice and flexible, because you definitely will be hitting this. That is no question about it, but it looks very flexible and it's not very brittle at all, so that's cool. Total of 3 instruction manuals. First one here is regarding the ESC, how to program it and how to reset it and all that kind of good stuff. And the instruction manual is pretty thick for the controller, because you can get this computer style or the basic one. Now, majority of it's for this computer programming for this controller, so it's pretty self-explanatory. You don't really need this. And here is the manual for the actual car itself, Optimus XL, model number 8381. Now, it's very thorough. Everything is in English, has all the parts, exploded views, all that kind of good stuff. Actually, a lot of parts here, and explanation of what to do, basic running and how to connect, all this kind of stuff, troubleshooting and all that kind of stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it's there if you really want to read it. I really need to get a new bench here. So here is the wing. It is held on with just 2 traditional body clips. Very easy. Let's put that on first. Doesn't look like a buggy without it. Now there we go, got a little bit closer for you guys with the wing on it. Certainly looks really nice. And let's go over the body first. The colours actually are nice and bright, they certainly do pop. And I like how that has these clear looking windows here, not just blacked out. I do like that on a model. I think it makes it look heaps better. But the leg stand feels pretty good, not too bad. Definitely looks pretty cool. Now let's look at the ESC and the motor here. What we have is a waterproof 8BL 100 amp Pretty sure this is a HOBBYWING ESC. Now it is rated to 2 to 4S LiPo batteries, so I'll be running this on 4S definitely. And next to it here we have a nice looking blue brushless 2030 kV motor. Definitely looks pretty cool. I like how it gives you this heatsink and the option to mount a fan on top of there if you're worried about or want to manage the temps. Now moving along, we have a metal pinion gear here meshed with a plastic spur. Now I've had no problems with the Zombie, has an exact same setup. It definitely runs a lot quieter. You just have to, you know, manage the and just every now and then check the mesh for the gears. Apart from that, they run fine. It's not that heavy, so you're not going to be putting a lot of strain on these gears. But yeah, so far so good on the Zombie. I've had no problems, and you can get metal upgrades for this as well if you're worried about that. On the other side of the car, laying down, you have your 9 kilo metal geared steering servo. It does have a servo saver up under here, so any huge hits won't exactly ruin the gears initially in the servo. So that's nice to see, but as you can see, it has a lot of nice aluminium parts up front, especially for the steering mechanism. Now, something interesting with the DHK Optimus Buggy is this series connection here to the ESC. So it comes with two 7.4 volt 3200 milliamp hard case LiPos. Obviously when you hook them together in series, it's going to give you 4S 3200 milliamp hour battery. I'm not too sure why they did this connection, but it's funny. So I got one 4S battery, so I need to obviously get a kind of like an adapter to use that, or I can just use two 2S LiPos, and I have heaps of these anyway, so just something to note there. While I'm on the batteries here, you'll see the actual battery tray. It's got these kind of pull down tabs here. It's quite nice, and like I said, it comes with two of these 7.4 volt 3200 milliamp hour 20C LiPos. It's got a quite reasonable battery tray there. As you can see, it's going to fit two of these batteries in there. Now together, when you put them like this, it's roughly about 50 millimeters high, so definitely we'll be able to put a nice 4S battery in there, or a single one if you want, or you can run these in series like that as well. Like the Zombie, it also has cable management here for you to, I guess you can put, you know, these in or however you want to do it, but they are there, and the on and off switch has a rubber membrane on the outside, so to help it with the water protection, I guess. Now it does have this top plate aluminium there, and it is it's approximately 3 millimeters thick, which is pretty impressive considering it is at the top and the bottom, so it should give you a very rigid chassis. Now that 3 millimeter aluminium also is on the shock towers as well, and also with these pins down below that hold the suspension pins in place as well. You have an additional aluminium plate here that marry up to the center differential, and here is a chassis. Everything is nicely countersunk. Everything is hex heads apart from 4 Phillips head screws for the motor mount. There also is some additional aluminium here. These little spaces in between the wing mounts. Now the nice thing about this kit, it does come with aluminium threaded shock bodies. Everything is aluminium actually, and they do feel very nice from the factory. They do have I think a very thick oil in there, but that can be easily changed to suit how you would like it. But from factory, it is pretty good. Now the diameter of these is roughly about 16 millimeters wide, so they are pretty decent, and everything does look pretty beefy and looks like it can survive some punishment. I'll definitely check it out when I take it to the skate bowl. While we're talking about suspension, it does include front and rear sway bars, which is very nice. I noticed that the Zombie handles very well, and I think this would be no exception as well, especially being the Buggy platform. Definitely they do handle, I guess, a lot better, and they are suited, I guess, to kind of more track use, so the handling should be very, very nice on this. Now the steering arms are metal, which is very nice to see. The C-hubs front and rear are plastic, and the front and rear drive shafts are 6 millimeters in diameter, and they are dog bone style drive shafts, so they look very robust. Tried and tested design there. Now as this is a Buggy, it does have 3 differentials, one at the front, one in the center and one in the rear, and they all are metal geared, which is excellent. Now I've had no issues with the Zombie's differentials, and these look very similar, all being this has an additional one in the center, so this you can tune up. You can put different weight oil in these to make it perform how you would like it, which is a benefit of having a center differential. Time will tell how these hold up with the abuse I will dish out to it, but with the experience from the Zombie, everything has been fine. You have some nice orange aluminium wheel nuts here. They are 17 millimeters. The wheels are traditional Buggy style flat disc, and the tires feel very nice, very sticky, and the foam feels pretty decent in there as well. But like I always say, take it to the track, and that's how we can find out how good they are. Now, with any decent Buggy, you should be able to, you know, tune the suspension and handling as you see fit, and this is no exception. You have so many different positions here, different holes for your shock mounts. You can actually adjust, it seems to be the height of this shock tower as well. Heaps of adjustment for camber, toe in and toe out, so everything seems very well made and gives you heaps of options as well. And the same amount of tuning options are available at the rear of the car as well. And I briefly mentioned this before, but you can see the aluminium that connects the left and right turnbuckles for the steering. It is 3 millimeters thick as well, so it definitely looks like it can take some punishment. So yeah, it's a nice touch. As it has a nice lip that comes around this plastic piece, I guess it mitigates the amount of rubbish and water that can ingress up into the chassis. So that's kind of a nice touch. It does have a cutouts here, and very smart thinking for you to be able to access screws and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And in general, all the plastics and stuff like that do feel nice quality. I know this kit isn't new, it's been around for some years, but I do believe it had an 80 amp ESC previously. Now it has a 100 amp ESC, maybe the motor's been changed as well. But yeah, it's not a new kit, but it has been revamped, I guess. And just for a comparison, here is the Zombie 8E, which is 1/8 scale as well, and here is Optimus XL, which is 1/8 scale as well. And you can see that the wheelbase are pretty much identical. And the front shot for you guys. Obviously the monster truck is much wider, but it does a lot of the chassis and you know, suspension arms, uprights, and looks like the steering arms and stuff like that is identical, and I think the shocks are as well. So it does share a lot of the chassis components, suspension systems, the steering systems, and actual springs and stuff like that. Even the rear wing looks very, very similar as well, but slightly different. But I guess maybe some of these parts are interchangeable as well, so that's interesting. Now guys, hope you enjoyed this video of the Optimus XL. It is an awesome looking Buggy, pretty unique design, and I hope it goes as well as it looks, because I got high expectations as I had so much fun with the Zombie 8E. So I hope this is just as good or even better. Now, a lot of you guys know that a lot of these cars are from Gearbest, like this one, like a lot of the other ones I have. So if you're interested in that, they have a pretty cool promotion coming up very soon. So what it is, it's a 3-year anniversary promotion for Gearbest. Now, it starts from March the 9th with like a pre-heat, like a pre-show type of thing, with heaps of deals on tech gadgets and all that kind of stuff. So that particular promotion goes from the 9th to the 14th of March. And then the big event, which is the 3rd anniversary event, starts on the 14th to the 18th of March, and there's heaps of stuff. And I'm telling you this because heaps of stuff regarding RC hobbies and tech related stuff as well. There's, I think, up to 70% off on some products. And there is also one final promotion. It's called the After Party promotion, which starts on the 20th, and that has various deals and stuff starting from 99 cents. Now there's other flash deals and all these other cool promotions and little add-ons and stuff like that. I'll leave the link down below where you can find out and in much greater detail and read that in your own time. But I just wanted to let you guys know because there's heaps of cool RC related stuff there. And a lot of these things here that you see could be on special as well, so it'd be an awesome time to snap them up when you can. Now that's all from me for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you want to stay updated with stuff like that, please make sure you're subscribed. The running video will be coming very, very soon, so yeah, I look forward to giving this one a good old thrash. That's it guys, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. See you in the next video.